ShartimusPrime. Reading comics, toys are hella sick, hella whacking it, taking bad hits, taking back hits. Subscribe.
Ooh, can I be part of your space team? Hey, what's up you guys? ShartimusPrime here, doing another Marvel Legends action figure review on the Captain Marvel movie Waves Kree Sentry Build-A-Figure. Try to pick up this wave, you can do so at
Big! Get your big badass toys at BigBadToyStore.com. Click the link in the description below.
So what do you guys think of my BAF art? I'm embarrassed to say how much time I've spent on this BAF art, but hey, I had fun making it. Anyway, the head of this figure comes with the gray gargoyle, the torso comes with Yonrog, the left arm, that's the left arm right there. That one comes with the bomber jacket Captain Marvel, the right arm comes with the young Nick Fury, the left leg comes with Talos, and the right leg comes with Genisville. So let's get this thing built and we take us away, Bumblebee. Alright, so we're gonna knock over the BAF art. Oh, no, there it goes. And I'm gonna start popping things together. So we have a right leg, and just port that right in there. Left leg, yeah, port that one right in there. And then we get the right arm, yeah, put that right in there, and get the left arm, yeah, let's bring it, and get that right in there, and lastly we pop the head on, yeah, now, whoop, oh, there's some nice detail in here, but yeah, we gotta get that left arm secured in there, and now we have the Kree Sentry all built, and it looks pretty cool, man. There's definitely things about this Build-A-Figure that I really do like. However, there are some things that kind of throw me off a little bit. I don't know, I think it looks just a little bit on the clunky side compared to what I've seen from the comics, but let's get into the bio. This guy doesn't have any accessories, so let's just get a closer look. And for everybody in New York City this weekend on Saturday, 7 p.m. at Forbidden Planet, I will be hosting a meet and greet. I hope to see you guys there. Now, one of the first things that stood out to me was the size of the Kree Sentry. I did find images of the Kree Sentry from the comics, and it looks a lot larger, or they just look a lot larger in the comics than this does in action figure form. Now, I did read up on it, especially with this Kree Sentry 459 being designated to captivate or capture Captain Marvel, and I believe it was Sentry 459 that was sent by Yonrog, right? And then the Kree Sentry 459 was also tasked with helping create the Inhumans. So I don't know if Kree Sentry 459 is specifically only supposed to be 15 feet tall or a bit shorter, but a lot of the images of Kree Sentries in general look much larger, so I'm not 100% sure about that. I just started doing research on the Kree Sentry. I'm not terribly familiar with them. But anyway, looking at the helmet right over, or the head anyway, it looks pretty cool. I like this effect with the eyes. It's a very interesting design, I believe designed by Jack Kirby, and I think it looks pretty cool, man. I mean, it kind of reminds me of that He-Man character. I can't remember his name, but yeah, we got the teeth right over there. He's got that weird top hat thing going on, so it's a very interesting design that I think is kind of clunky looking overall. It's not really my favorite, but it's interesting, you know? It's kind of cool to have an added character too, but I feel like the neck is just a little bit too long on this. It just makes the head look a little bit weird to me. I don't know. And I do like all the details that we're seeing right here. It looks pretty good, man. I'm pretty happy with this, you know? So I really like that metallic purple. You can see marbling here and there, but I think Hasbro generally has gotten better with that issue as it's become more sparse. You can obviously see some right there. It's just not as bad as it used to be, but it's still there. Especially on the back, you can see it right there. I don't like that you can see the hinge joints right up here on the very top, but it's not the worst thing in the world. Then looking at the arms, got some nice details right here, so I think that's pretty cool. This giant robot. And then looking at the forearms right there, you get a fisted hand on the right side. Has this kind of turbine thing going on right there, and then you have an open hand for the left side right there. So that's pretty nifty. I like the details. I don't like that line, but oh well. And I feel like this could have been a little bit smoother. I don't know. There's just something about it that kind of throws me off. But there's looking at the lower torso and the back again. You can see some of the marbling. The legs look pretty cool. Nice silver paint, or nice silver plastic anyway. It kind of has this neat bluish hue to it, right? It looks pretty cool. I kind of like that. And here's looking at the boots, and the boots look pretty sweet too. Big old clunky boots, and it does have peg holes. And I did take a couple pictures with these effects right here at the bottom of the feet, but it's very tricky to get this guy on a stand. I recommend using the the NECA stands for larger figures like this, but I couldn't find the clamp to my NECA stand. Oh. Now to go over the articulation on the Kree Sentry, you can move the head up all the way, so that is pretty cool, and it will move down that much. You get side-to-side motion, and a little bit of head wobbling right there. Shoulders move out all the way 90 degrees, so that's pretty cool, and you can move them down pretty far as well. I like that. You can rotate 360, bicep swivel, single jointed elbow, that only bends in that much. I mean, there's a lot of stuff going on right there. I can kind of understand. You get a wrist swivel, and it hinges up and down. Can't really move back with this piece in the way, but you can move it back further off to the side. You get a nice diaphragm joint that turns side to side. Great diaphragm pivot. Moves forward that much and back a lot more so. Hips move outward very far, and it will kick forward that much and back quite a bit. Upper thigh cut. Double jointed knees, and then you don't get a boot rotation, but the ankles do move down. They move up a little bit, and he has really weak ankle pivot. I mean, it's more like an ankle wobble than anything. And to measure out the Kree Sentry, you can see that it's standing at about 8 to 8.5 inches tall. And then here's the Kree Sentry next to all the other Kree figures that I have in my Marvel Legends collection. We have Captain Marvel, we have Genisvel, Kree Soldier, and Ronan the Accuser Build-A-Figure. And I don't have Carol Danvers in here because she's from Earth. And you can really see how much bigger the Kree Sentry is next to Ronan the Accuser. I mean, I feel like it should be a lot larger than Ronan, no? And then here's a Kree Sentry next to the recently released Marvel Legends Walgreens exclusive Thing figure. And yeah, man, I mean, these don't match up, especially compared to the images that I found online, right? The Kree Sentry should be able to hold the thing in the grip of a hand, but yeah, no, that's not going to happen here. And then here's a Kree Sentry next to the Marvel Legends Days of Future Past Sentinel, and I don't know if the Kree Sentry should be really as tall as a Sentinel, but I don't know, a little bit taller than it is, right? And then here's the Kree Sentry next to some older Build-A-Figures, and while I think this is short for a Kree Sentry, it's not actually that bad compared to the Mandroid right over there, and the Build-A-Figure Titus. Yeah, remember Titus? No, you totally forgot about Titus, didn't you? Don't lie, you forgot about Titus. And then here's a Kree Sentry next to all the other figures from this wave. We have Captain Marvel, Young Nick Fury, Talos, Yon-Rogg, Genisvel, Grey Gargoyle, and the Bomber Jacket Captain Marvel. And this wave was very hard for me to rank, mainly for two reasons. Reason number one, I haven't seen the movie yet, so I'm gonna feel differently about these figures after I see the movie. And number two, I think they're all just okay. Like, I really think this is an okay wave through and through. So, at number 8, I gave it to the Bomber Jacket Captain Marvel, because we already have a Captain Marvel right over there. So, yeah, that one gets to the bottom of the list. And at number 7, I'm giving it to Talos, just because Talos is just the least posable out of all of these, I think. At number 6, I'm giving it to Yon-Rogg. I really like that Yon-Rogg figure, but I think the feet proportions and the head is too big. It throws me off every time I look at it, and the hands are too big as well. Number 5, I'm giving it to Nick Fury. I'm very happy with this Nick Fury figure. That is very cool that they changed things up from the previous suited body mold, so I'm very excited about that. And that figure would be higher up on the list if it wasn't a character that I already have. And then at number 4, I'm giving it to the Kree Sentry. Even though I have complaints about it, I'm stoked to have a new character. And then at number 3, I'm giving it to Genisvel. Even though we have a Genisvel already, we've never had a Genisvel with this design. And then at number 2, I'm giving it to Grey Gargoyle, because again, I love having the new characters. Had to give it to Grey Gargoyle. And at number 1, I gave it to Captain Marvel. I really think this design works very well. I love how it looks. I love the smirk on her face, and I honestly had the most fun posing that figure around than all the other ones, and I'm excited to add her to my MCU shelf. I'm very curious to know what you guys think of this wave, and I want to know what your ranking is. And then here's a Kree Sentry next to your average 6-inch scale figure. We have the Marvel Legends Big Time Letdown Spider-Man. Whoa, big fella. Hey, just because I'm green doesn't mean you can shoot me, alright? Thanks. So I know I complained about this figure a whole bunch, but I still think it's really cool. Like, I like this pose right over here. I think that's fun that you can get him into some dynamic poses. It's a fun figure to pose around. I just wish it was a little bit bigger. And again, I'm happy to have a new character in my collection, and I'm gonna give this a sud rating of meh. I don't know. Let me know what you guys think of the figure in the comments section below. Please hit that like button if you liked the video. Hit that subscribe button if you haven't subscribed already, and please hit that notification bell as well. If you want to see the latest Marvel news, be sure to check out marvelousnews.com, and don't forget to follow me on Instagram, Twitter, Twitch, and Stardust. Links to everything in the description below. I'll catch you guys later. Peace.
Posing action figures, I'm posing action figures, I'm posing action figures every day. I'm posing action figures, I'm posing action figures, I'm posing action figures, it's okay.
That's crispy.
Hey, Shartimus Prime videos. Hey, you should click one. Yeah, click on one of them. Or subscribe if you haven't.
Your face, a simple shot. Your face, a simple shot. Your face.